Dear Pixie, you asked us, if visions occur, they tend to manifest themselves. Can you tell me, is this coming from some kind of form of the subconscious? Also, it is uncontrollable. Can you tell me why? From your own subjective experience, it would appear that visions manifest themselves. This is correct. However, from the higher perspective, one is viewing real-time events occurring in a parallel dimension to that of Earth, the mind's eye being a window into that reality, as it were. The subconscious mind within each human being is individual and subjective, yet is connected by a web of intelligence. Some may refer to this as the superconscious or universal mind. This is connected through the web of intelligence to all and everything, beyond your earth as well as upon it, beyond your third dimension as well as through it. Therefore, this comes from any aspect of this web, the subconscious mind of the subjective experiencer, or the mind of another individual passed through telepathic communication, or the mind of the web itself, the vision itself, depending upon type. The web communicates through archetypes, yet the archetype can create or become the vision. All is individualized, and the sensitive conduit on Earth can learn to tell the difference between the energetic imprints and origin points of these visions and archetypes, therefore making sense of the web of intelligence, communicating with it, knowing it is separate yet is part of them. All is individualized, yet all is one. Therefore, the correct response to that part of your question would be, you are correct. It is coming from some kind of form of the subconscious. This is uncontrollable for some, partly controllable for others, and fully controllable for others, depending on their level of development. The ideal to strive for at this point would be control simultaneously embraced with allowing, bringing forth a participatory union betwixt the individual and the polarized positive aspect of the web. Is it possible to heal oneself from pain? And if so, can you explain how this is done? This is very possible, yes, and there are those individuals on your planet currently who are able to do this. This is done in various ways depending on the subjective experiences of the individual. The keys to this ability are the conscious moving of geometric formations within the body, bringing them into balance. Many work with colour, and colour as a model for vibration is a universal healing now being received by the receptive ones on Earth. Many are beginning to work with sound, either listening to the tones, beats and rhythms, and knowingly or unknowingly mirroring the vibrational patternings within in order to bring about healing and reduction and elimination of pain. When one knows pain is a message, and one heeds that, then one is ready to take steps to remove the pain. Finding the tone within, the exact inner sound that correlates to each individual structure within your bodies, each organ, cell and point is the key to this kind of healing. We would recommend one start with music that aligns with your heart and your body, and to truly feel this as well as hear it. We recommend you find the tones, the beats, the rhythms, the vibrations of sound, and there are many tools available for you to do this. Drumming, chanting, creating electronic beats with mathematical precision are but a few. The ancient teachers surround you and can be found in all things, throughout nature and within your bodies. They will teach you this kind of healing if you require this. The key here to access this teaching is to ask with a pure heart. Is it possible to communicate with inanimate objects such as toys, for example? Also, can one communicate with the weather, the wind, the rain or the sun? Is it possible to have a clear conversation with these things, just as if we were talking to another human being? All structures have consciousness, energy, and frequency, including inanimate objects. Toys are specifically created with children in mind and are often made in humanoid form, like dolls and cuddly animals. Each of these toys hold a different vibration at the point of their creation, which is then added to and shaped by the human beings around them that give them varying degrees of life force. A child who loves her toys will create a high vibratory life force within her toys, whereas a child who ignores her toys or is destructive or violent with them creates a lower, denser life force within that toy. This is not like the patterning held within crystals or rocks, as they are living beings in themselves. It is more like the life force within the toy is reflected by its owner. Toys can hold vibration from previous owners, and even from previous situations and experiences, in the same way that clothing and jewellery hold energetic imprints from the owner. Through this energy, the toy takes on a consciousness. This is unlike the consciousness that humans, animals, plants, and crystals hold, but it is still perceived by the sensitive child as a personality. It is absolutely possible to communicate with the energetic imprints the toy holds. Although this communication may be clear, it is not the same as communicating with another human being, or even with a plant, a rock, or a crystal. One can also communicate with the different aspects of the weather, as these also hold their own geometric patternings. This would be more like perceiving coordinates, patterns, maps, or signals, rather than communicating with a human consciousness. The sun is very different, and although this creates hot, sunny weather on your planet, the sun itself is a being with an intelligent consciousness. Communicating with the sun could indeed bring connections just like talking to another human being. For the sensitive ones on your planet, communicating with the sun would bring stronger and deeper communications that one would expect to have with another human being. Connecting with the sun, the moon, and all the planets will bring connections of much learning, healing, awareness, and bliss to those balanced, receptive, sensitive, awakened, ascending individuals. We are the white-winged collective consciousness of 9.